Boxing King Media in association with Boxer. Shane Mcguigan, you've just had your guys weigh in. Just a quick word on Robbie and Ellie. What kind of challenges are you expecting them to face tomorrow night?
Both in tough fights, Ellie's in against the former world champion. Robbie's in against the guy that's gone to the Olympics in 2008. He's a good fighter. He's boxed some of the best prospects in America, and never been stopped. So both in very hard fights.
What kind of performance are you expecting from Robbie? Obviously, last time round, he dealt with Hank Lundy quite easy, and most people expected that to be a hard fight for him. Same again?
No, he's not going to deal with Javier Molina the same way, because Javier Molina's never been stopped. Hank Lundy's been over, even though he went 10 rounds as a Zapita before that, before Robbie. But Robbie caught him with a fantastic shot, finished him well. Molina is a lot more durable. He's gone the distance with Pedraza. He always gives a really good account of himself. He beat Amir Rahman, so we're in for a hard night. But I think with the right game plan, with the right breaking him down on the jab and winning rounds early, it's going to be a good. It's going to need to be a very good performance to win the fight. But I'm one that I'm pretty confident about.
Ellie Scott, I'm guessing the ultimate target is Ebony Bridges. Ebony Bridges came out yesterday and said that she feels that Ellie's overrated.
Yeah.
Your response to that?
Well, it's we just got to go and prove her wrong. It's not about proving Ebony Bridges wrong. For an ego check for Ellie Scott. She wants to prove everybody wrong for herself. She wants to go and showcase what she's capable of. She hasn't showed that yet. With myself and her, this is going to be our third fight together. I really feel like it's clicked. It's taken a bit of time to. She's quite a perfectionist. She's been getting a bit hard on herself at times, but it's really clicking now, and I'm excited for people to see the improvements. And I really think that Roman is a great opponent to sort of showcase that. And Ebony Bridges was in a life and death with Roman, and I think Ellie Scott is going to do a much better job.
Another one of your fighters, big news announced today that AZIM will be fighting for an IBF Youth World title. Yeah. A huge statement that. What's the thinking behind that?
The thinking is, look, we did it with Lee McGregor when we had Lee McGregor. Lee boxed for a Youth World title in his third or his fourth fight. He also went in for the Commonwealth title in his fifth. The bantamweight division is a lot less stacked domestically, so that's why we could push on to that sort of level. But Adam is an extremely good talent. This one's probably going to be at 140. We might dabble at 135, but he's 19 years of age. He's only going to go one way. So, I was just chatting in a previous interview about what happened with Josh Taylor at the start. We could have done lightweight at the start with Josh Taylor, but then we sort of sat and weighed it up and thought, we'll fill him into a proper 140 because he's going that way anyway. And that's the same with Adam. He's going to be a 140. But look, it's about making waves. It's about making statements, and it's a nice little chance to get a title before he turns 20 years of age. And I think that for me was a plan. Because he turned pro at 18. COVID didn't help him. He didn't get as active as he could have been. He started linking up with me, and all the hype's on him. And let's go out there and prove it. Let's go and get a Youth World title, and then go for some domestic fighters straight afterwards.
What kind of opponent can we expect? Obviously, it's going to be someone international.
Yeah, someone has to be young. So we're looking at the likes of Ryland Charlton, people that have been caused upsets and proven themselves. And Ryland's a great opponent, but he can't obviously box for a Youth World title. So maybe we're going to go for an international opponent, and then afterwards we'll go for the likes of Ryland or someone of that ilk. Those are the fights that Adam needs to really build his profile in the UK. People that genuinely get the excitement for the public. And people might not have noticed it with Conor Marsden, but Conor Marsden was a good fighter. He actually, it didn't last long. It was 12 seconds, for the first knockdown, and it's 30 seconds completed. But that just shows you how good Adam AZIM is. It's not necessarily the level that Conor Marsden at. He's a good fighter, so you can't discredit it. This kid's just a special talent.
Last question. Amir Khan made some comments the other day about how British Asian fighters are held back due to the diet, eating too many curries. I don't know if you read that or not. So,
I didn't hear that.
But he named Adam AZIM as one of the best. Do you think Adam is potentially the best out of the crop?
He is the best. He's the best out of the lot. I mean, you've obviously got that's nothing to discredit Hamza, Shiraz, and some other guys, and Kez, for instance, who went to the Olympics. But he, I've worked with a lot of fighters in the past, and it remains to be seen what he's like when he gets hit clean with 8-ounce gloves on. But that remains to be seen with every single prospect in the whole of the world, not just the UK. You know, and the fact that he's gone through 80 amateur fights and he's never had a count, and he's never been dropped and never been hurt. And I've got him sparring with Conor Benn, I've got him sparring with Joe Cordina, I've got him sparring with Luke Campbell, for instance. He's a very, very talented kid, you know, and it's going to take time to really showcase all of his ability because he's going to be blitzing people. But I'm very excited about him. And what's more, it's like he's a really nice person, you know, and his dad, and let's not even forget about Hassan. Hassan is one of the most talented kids out there in the UK as well. It's just the fact that his brother is Adam. You know, he's a super talent. He's going to really be a massive force at welterweight. In terms of a development from a technical standpoint, he's quite far off what Adam is, but he has the raw ingredients of power. He's got very good feet. He's had 90 amateur fights. I think it is like late 80s. You know, these boys are talented boys. So and you know, not going to be bigging myself up, but they're in a good place. They're a good coach. So they've got a good management team behind them, and they're in a good gym where they can sit and learn off the likes of Chris Billum-Smith, Lawrence Coley, Daniel Dubois, even the young people like Caroline. You know, it's a real healthy environment for them, and I'm excited about the journey.
Seeing as you've gone in that deep, just last one, short answer. If you used to make a prediction, because you know you're boxing, how far or how many years are we looking at before you can chuck his name in with like the guys who are at the top now, like Haney, Gervonta Davis, Teofimo?
Look, you can't be too disrespectful to them because they've already achieved it all, you know. But you know, I wanted to be fighting for world titles in a couple of years. So, you know, he's 19 now. He's about to turn 20 in July. So by the time he's 22, something like that, you know. And that's the beauty of turning pro young, especially with a talent like him. You know, sometimes talent needs to be developed, and you need to really fill into your frame and stuff. But he did the right thing, turning pro early. He can make waves, and by the time he gets to 22, 23, 24, he'll be in and around the contention with the top boys and the top names, and he'll have a long professional career.
Exciting times ahead for you, Shane. Thank you for your time. I'll let you get off.
Cheers, thank you, mate.